Pharmacy Friends brings industry experts to the same table to talk about what's happening in pharmacy today, what's coming, and most importantly, what it means to you. We explore and share pharmacy trends stemming from the evolving healthcare market, where advancements, policy changes, and technical advancements make a difference. AMCP Annual is a top-tier industry event, and for Prime MRX, it's a key moment for us to showcase our research and insights that help shape how we serve both clients and members. To tell you more about our presence at the show, we're joined by Pat Gleason, Assistant Vice President of Health Outcomes, and David Eckwright, Senior Director of Clinical Project and Program Management. All right, well, Pat and David, thank you for joining us. I know it's been a busy week, but how's it been so far?
Great, it's been awesome.
AMCP Annual is a key event on the Prime MRX calendar, but let's take a step back, and perhaps for those of us who are not in the healthcare space, what makes AMCP Annual so important to our business, and how does it connect with our business priorities?
Well, that's a great question. Academy of Managed Care Pharmacy is an organization of healthcare professionals focused on trying to ensure cost-effective medication use and ensuring affordability of the pharmacy benefit. And this organization then, with its 7,000 plus members, Alex, has about 3,500 people here that are all focused on the same thing. You got the pharmaceutical manufacturers, you've got you call the payers, the health plans, the PBMs. You have vendors that are offering services and selling products to try to ensure the most cost-effective and affordable medications can be used. With a focus with Prime Magellan's focus on providing the same care we want for our loved ones. But by having all those people in one place, you got the thought leadership, you've got these educational sessions, so there's a lot of great learnings, but then also there's that intangible interaction that you have, and also the research being shared. And we at Prime and Magellan have some really great cutting edge research, so we can demonstrate our thought leadership with our integrated medical pharmacy analytics, as well as learn from others.
Yeah, and I'll just add, Pat hit on almost everything there, so there's not a lot more to add on to what he said, but I do just want to emphasize, the unique environment it creates with all these different experts from across these different industry sectors, as Pat mentioned, health plans, pharmacy benefit managers, life science, technology companies, and it's really nice because it provides a lot of benefits like gauging market direction, so across all the complex dimensions of our industry. So for example, there's seminars here on anticipating regulatory shifts, clinical advancements, technology innovations. Also, as Pat mentioned, offers a forum to strengthen our relationships by personal interactions with our clients and key partners in our industry. And again, as Pat said, I can't add much more, but just showcasing that thought leadership, it's really a good medium to have our posters and presentations that we have.
Yeah, I'll just add, as nicely said, David, around our clients too, our Blue Plan owners and the clients we serve are here, as well as the potential for new business.
Mm-hmm.
By demonstrating and being active in the organization, being active in the research presentations, we're showing that we are the leaders in the management of drugs, and in particular medical benefit drugs. It's just a great opportunity to do that.
That's awesome. So at AMCP Annual 2023, it was the first time that Prime and MRX appeared together at an industry trade conference. So now our researchers are working as one team. How have they complemented each other and how we show up at these events?
Yeah, it's Legacy Magellan, Legacy Prime. It's such a synergy between the two organizations, with Magellan's legacy products and services for the medical benefit drugs, ensuring back to the most cost-effective, affordable therapies through the medical benefit with the products that Legacy Magellan has, and then with Prime Therapeutics and on more of a focus on the pharmacy benefit pure side and the analytics that we have done. So, in the areas of like GLP-1s, those Wegovy's and Ozempics and Mounjaro, Zepbound, Dave and I just came from a session where we were the thought leaders there. We presented for 30 minutes, and it was a packed room on our GLP-1 cost effectiveness analysis and adherence persistency, and that was exciting to see.
Yeah, and I'll just add, the collective expertise of our researchers and clinical experts that are here is it's astonishing. It's awesome to be a part of. I'm grateful. I get to learn from Pat who's just like a juggernaut in this area. And it is a perfect example of our synergy in action. And you can just look at the topics that we're presenting this week. I mean, it spans benefits, pharmacy, medical benefit. It spans areas of pharmacy, so specialty. We have things on oncology, biosims, cell and gene therapy, traditional drugs, as Pat mentioned, huge deep dives in GLP-1s, social determinants of health, and also clinical programs that we've done too, like vial rounding and some high-touch interventions on generic utilization. And I think just, it's a broad, list of research, but each one provides a really deep dive into these areas that really supports our decision-making and development and assessment of some of our programs and solutions. And I'll rattle on a little bit more, because this is like one of the coolest things that I've got to experience in my 6 years here, is watching how research kind of builds on itself over time. And one example I got to be a part of with Pat is, we started to look at drug spend from a different angle, not on a drug level or category. We started looking at the person level, the cumulative cost across a pharmacy and medical benefit, and saw this cost concentrating on such a small group of individuals. It was like 0.032% was 10% of total drug spend. And we're just asking ourselves, what can we do to better help these members, ensure they're using these drugs in the most cost-effective way, and really warranted a high-touch approach. And that's how a high-touch product spun out from that, and had really impressive results so far. And a lot of those interventions are being showcased at AMCP, and one at this conference as well. And I'll just add at the end, for listeners interested in learning more about these, a great resource is the Prime website press release section. A lot of times there's links out to the posters in there, and it's just a great place to dive in and learn more about these.
That's great. So obviously the health outcomes and clinical teams have taken a look at a lot of topics. And I'm not going to rattle off the entire list, because that would just be silly. But taking a step back, what does the process look like when the team selects a research topic, and how does it lead to an AMCP poster, briefly speaking?
Sure, I'll start with this one. So really we select the topics based on notable knowledge gaps that occur in the industry, and those can happen from various events. It could be a new drug that gets put in the market, new formulations, new indication, guideline updates, second line cancer therapy now goes to first line. What does that mean for us, or in terms of drug spend? Or maybe now enough time has passed that we have data to look at to assess drug utilization in the real world to address these knowledge gaps. And the goal is really to dive into these topics to pave the way for innovative solutions that we can have and inform our decision making. And many times our findings of our research is something that we feel is so important that we want to share more broadly to help elevate industry knowledge and shape the dialogue around a particular product. And Paz dove into GLP-1s, and I think we've had a major voice and knowledge gap filler in that space. And a major way we communicate this is through AMCP, through poster presentations and seminar presentations.
Yeah, it's a great question, Alex. When it really comes down to it, it's trying to answer those business questions that we all have on how to best ensure cost-effective, safe medication use, and seeing them as the market events emerge, and then quickly building out the analytic method to assess what I just said, like the cost-effectiveness of therapy, and having the team ready. And with the combined now teams of Magellan and Prime, we're ready. And here we are today, and in this conference, sharing our findings around, as David nicely pointed out, our service offerings to answer those business questions, as well as to deliver on a product like High Touch RX and Integrated RX for oncology drug management, and the Magellan MRX medical pharmacy product to ensure the medications processed through the medical benefit are the most cost-effective, appropriate, safe products to be used. It's fun to be part of the thought leadership and also learn from others what they're doing, so we can take that back and make our work and services better.
That's great. So in the last year, Prime MRX studies presented at AMCP and AMCP Nexus have earned, by my count, 6 awards. So tell us what these accolades mean for the team.
Well, they're reaffirming. It makes us proud that we know that because this comes from the Academy of Managed Care Pharmacy and through a peer review process, that we have no influence over these awards. So it's not like these are getting paid for anyway. These are awards that are earned for the quality of the work done. And it feels great to have been a part of the ability to have a team supported by the leadership of Prime Magellan, and then to be recognized. It's marvelous.
Yeah, I would just add, from my previous answer about, knowledge gaps, like we identify these across the company. It's not just one group. We have experts everywhere across the company, government programs, clinical, account management, hearing these things. So, how we are prioritizing and diving into these and now getting, these awards really gives us confirmation that we have our finger on the pulse of the industry. We're focusing our efforts in the right place, which enables us to provide these industry-leading insights.
All right, so before I let you go, we have an additional question, and it is about our host city of New Orleans. But this is going to be a tougher one, but since we've got two brains on the problem, this is hopefully going to be work out. So here's the question. Approximately how many tons of crawfish are harvested in Louisiana each year?
Really? That's the question. You get to go first.
Oh, really, Pat?
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd triangulate it for me with the first answer. 50,000.
Okay.
I'm going to go a magnitude more, 500,000.
Okay, 120 to 150 million tons.
Million?
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Now, okay, here's the next question, and this is a bonus question, but this might be a little easier to triangulate on. Okay. So, according to locals, how many pounds of crawfish should you prepare for each guest in a typical crawfish boil?
I'm going to go 1 pound.
1 pound, okay.
I'm going 4.
Between 5 and 8 pounds.
Oh my God, how does somebody eat that much?
I mean, so what I read is that for every 5 pounds of cooked crawfish, that yields 1 pound of meat.
Okay.
So, there you go.
I got a dissolution problem that pharmacists probably should be able to solve. I failed.
Don't be too hard on yourself. But thank you for joining us, Pat and David. We really appreciate your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Alex.
It's great to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.